ロサンゼルスドジャースの大谷翔平選手がメジャー通算300号という偉大なマイルストーンを驚異的な先頭打者ホームランで達成しました。打球速度119マイル、超低弾道でスタンドへ突き刺さった一撃に、デーブ・ロバーツ監督や現地メディアからは驚愕と称賛の声が上がっています。ここからはその様子を字幕付きでご紹介します。
Around the plate, so guys are going to be swinging.
Shohei hit the number 300 in the first inning. You already talked about it yesterday, but could you talk about his achievement?
Yeah, it was quite the homer. I mean, it was 119 off the bat, low launch angle. I mean, it was squared up. Got out in a hurry, and 300. He got there pretty quickly for us. Yeah, I just marvel at him every day. So 300 is a big number.
You said yesterday you kind of imagined 500 for him one day. Do you think he can keep up like the rate that he's been slugging at these past couple of years?
I think so, yeah. I mean, he just had a birthday yesterday. Still young, still strong. So I definitely think 500 is in his future.
How'd this stuff float from?
Justin, when you look at just kind of navigating through their lineup tonight, the 9 strikeouts, obviously you had 11 in your last one. How are you finding just the swing and miss and how consistent that's been over your last few outings?
Yeah, I think we're just doing a good job with the plan, and I don't know, I feel like I'm continuing to get better at kind of knowing where to go with 2 strikes, knowing kind of where to go versus a certain hitter with 2 strikes, and just kind of reading the game. So I think as a collective we've done a good job between Rush, myself, Chucky a couple times ago, Mark and Connor and everybody just kind of working together to figure out what to do once we get the 2 strikes. I think that's kind of where the miss is coming from.
You're someone who likes to kind of break down whether it's each outing. Now that you have officially kind of hit the halfway point for your season, how do you just assess how this first half of the year has gone?
Yeah, I think I've thrown the ball pretty well. I think again, like, there's always stuff you can nitpick and try to improve on, but for the most part in the categories that I'm trying to be good at, I've done a pretty good job. So it's just a matter of, again, continuing to hammer those and continuing to do what I need to do to be myself and hammer my strengths, and that's the key.
You said a couple of starts ago that you were doing all-star stuff to play itself out. Is there any disappointment just from part of the group that's initially at least?
Yeah, obviously it's disappointing. You want to be an all-star. It's something that regardless of the year, whenever, it's always a big deal. And yeah, it's something I wanted to do, and yeah, it's frustrating to not get that nod. But like I said before, I think it's just more reason to try and keep getting better, and hopefully I can gain the respect of players and everybody else, and maybe be in there next year.
Doc has still been really lobbying for you. Just what does that mean to you?
Yeah, that means a lot, obviously. To hear from him, he's given me this opportunity to kind of be a starter in the major leagues when maybe some other teams would have given up on me. So yeah, it means a lot to hear from him, and hopefully I can keep eating innings for him and getting deep into games and doing my best.
Do you hold out hope personally, just knowing that they are now starting to make those decisions for replacements, or do you have to kind of put that aside to let the chips fall?
I mean, yeah, I would like to. I would like to know where my All-Star break's going to be. But yeah, no, if it happens, it's great. If it doesn't happen, some time off and just get to chill for a couple days. So yeah, either way, I'm all good.
Being really sound. When you look at just kind of how the 2 errors kind of played out, did you find that you were kind of either supposed to be over covering third, or what were you kind of reading for yourself personally there in that moment?
Yeah, obviously the ground ball. I got the opportunity to catch a ball and make the play and get us out of the inning there. That's a physical error, but I'm way more disappointed by the other play when I kind of froze and I was like all over the second base over there, and I shouldn't be there. I should have been on third base, and we keep the game tied right there and gave us an opportunity to win. So physical errors happen, and I'm okay with that. I'm not perfect, and I'm gonna make errors, and physical errors are okay, but mental errors are the ones that are kind of like disappointing. Like I should have been on third base. I shouldn't be putting Alex Freeland on the situation of throwing the ball with me on the run there. That's the one that I kind of like kick myself for.
Did you think he was holding up at second initially, or just
No, the bunt to the third base side kind of surprised me a little bit because I mean in that situation you're trying to bunt to first because of he's holding the bag. So when he bunted to third, I kind of like I watched the play and then I realized that I gotta go to third, and that's when I felt like I made the mistake.
Dave, we've talked so much about just how this team does the little things so well, especially defensively. When you look at that eighth inning, can you explain just what you saw there, the errors, and kind of what maybe should have been in that situation?
Yeah, Miggy didn't make a play, and then on the bunt, he just didn't get over to third base. And, it doesn't happen very often that he doesn't make a play, number one, and certainly not getting over there. So it happens, very uncharacteristic. I'm sure he owned it, but it's baseball. But, I mean, this guy's as dependable as they come. So that it happens. We don't like it, doesn't feel good, but, with that player, I give him a lot of grace because he is very dependable.
Look at just kind of what you've been seeing from Lil Klein, and as much as it wasn't bad per se, just seems like that early walk kind of got to him. How are you seeing just him getting back on track?
I think the stuff's good. It's just one of those things. You have a 2-run lead. You've got a right-handed hitter up to lead the inning off. You just can't walk him. And, he went for the strikeout there with a guy that really doesn't chase much in Caros, and you've got to make him put the ball in play. Certainly, you have a 2-run lead. So that's kind of how, then gives up a soft serve hit, but to Carrick. But, that it's baseball. But I think it started with that leadoff walk.
Maybe said he should have been covering third on that play? Is he just supposed to go there as soon as Max comes?
Yeah, once Max fields the ball, then he's supposed to kind of follow trail behind him.
What did you see in that ninth inning, being able to build the rally there, and obviously having the right guys at the plate, but not being able to cash in?
Yeah, we had the right guys at the plate. Shohei, I think, chased early, and then missed a fastball. Then got blown up on a fastball, and then Andy flew out, mid shallow right, and then then Freddie puts together an at bat, but then he made a good pitch. So it's unfortunate. Yeah, we had first and second base with the top of the order up, and felt good about at least pushing one across.
With Justin, it's 20 strikeouts the last 2 starts. Are you seeing him do something different, or just the stuff playing a little bit different to kind of add that piece more consistently into everything else he's been doing this year?
I think it was more. It's more of, early on, the stuff was really good. Then it kind of was 94 to 96, and then the last handful of starts just ticked up to 7. The slider is a lot more sharp, and I think he is going for strikeouts when he has count leverage, as opposed to just kind of putting the ball in play. But, man, these guys swing over there. He was attacking, but when he does get count leverage, he's done a really good job the last, few starts of, getting the strikeouts.
Do you think that the way that Justin has kind of evolved a little, even in this season, has made it harder for opponents to kind of learn him, catch up with him?
I think so. I mean, the stuff's good, and it's a low slot fastball that has some rise to it. There's a little funk in the throw, and then he's got a slow breaking ball. He's got a hard slider, and then he's even throwing the changeup a little bit to righty. So he's got some weapons that he feels comfortable attacking with, and so it is hard to game plan versus Justin, especially a guy that he's going to be around the plate. So guys are going to be swinging.
今回のロッキーズ戦は大谷翔平選手の通算300号という歴史的快挙と、ドジャースの細かいディフェンスのほころびという、光と影が如実に現れたゲームでした。まず、大谷選手の300号本塁打ですが、打球速度119マイルという驚異的なバットスピードと、低弾道でありながらスタンドまではこぶ、圧倒的なバレルコントロールは、まさにセイバーメトリクスの極致と言えます。ロバーツ監督が、500号は確実、と太鼓判を押すのも、大谷選手の高いフィジカルコンディションとスイング軌道の安定性を見れば極めて論理的です。一方で、マウンド上では若き左腕、ジャスティン・ロブレスキーの進化が際立っていました。彼のフォーシームは、低いリリースポイントから、ホップ成分の高い独特なライジング軌道を描き、打者にとっては、非常にアジャストしにくい球質となっています。 これに鋭いスイーパー、チェンジアップを組み合わせたピッチングデザインにより、カウントレバレッジを握った状態からの奪三振能力が飛躍的に向上しています。2試合でに10奪三振というスタッツは、彼が単なる穴埋めではなく、ローテーションの主軸へ成長している証拠です。しかし、チーム全体のゲームマネジメントという点では、8回に見せたディフェンスのミスが悔やまれます。特にミゲル、ロハス選手のような守備指標で、極めて高い貢献度を誇るベテランが、バント処理の際に三塁カバーを怠るというメンタルエラーは、非常に珍しい事態でした。ロバーツ監督が語ったように、サードのムンシー選手が前にチャージした時点で、ショートは即座にサードベースへとレイルしなければなりません。この一瞬のフリーズが、結果として失点に直結しました。歴史的快挙を祝いながらも、こうした走塁や守備の細かいミスを修正していくことこそが、ドジャースがワールドシリーズ制覇という大目標を達成するための鍵となるでしょう。皆さんは、大谷選手の300号ホームランの凄まじさと、ロハス選手の珍しいミスについてどう考えますか？ぜひ、コメント欄で教えてください。動画を最後までご覧いただき、ありがとうございました。大谷選手の300号という偉大な記録や、ロハス選手のまさかのミスについて、皆さんはどう感じましたか？ぜひコメント欄であなたの意見を聞かせてください。チャンネル登録と高評価もよろしくお願いします。それでは、また次回の動画でお会いしましょう。